Hi everybody, welcome to another one of our legendary ghost hunts. Alan Robson with you. For those that don't know me, I have been hunting for weird and strange things all over planet Earth on radio and television for a number of years. And tonight we're in a place that I'm going to describe, and I don't say this kind of thing often. We are in a place that is a battery for ghosts. This place is steeped in stuff, and with good reason too. And I'll be telling you all of those reasons as we go. But let's start by introducing you to the team tonight. First of all, on camera and producing whatever this is Hollywood Tony McShaney. It's Tony. And since
Hello.
we've been here, we've had all kinds already.
Yeah, we were trying to do a little photo in that one there, and it recorded a video instead, and we heard a girl scream or cry or something like that.
Since we've started, the one thing that people have been asking for was a picture of all three of us. So we decided we get the three of us together, and you've got the camera that you can see fire, like a GoPro, fire a stream of photographs, and they go ping, ping, ping. But they're all stills.
Yeah.
Yet, when this girl screamed, it went to video for no apparent reason.
I didn't see a video, it just recorded. It wanted to be picked up.
It wanted to be picked up. So we'll be able to show you that, not tonight, because we're doing this, but we'll put that out so you can see it. And it's the weirdest thing. And to me, it's saying, tonight, we're not going to be shy. And I really believe that. We talk about the three of us. Yes, Kenny. Kenny has been with me on a number of trips all over the place, as Tony has. And we've been looking for things. You've become fascinated because an entire a wall of a building has been moving.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally 4 times I've seen it, and it's just across there. It's a big steel
hangar door.
And you cannot move it. There's no wind. We've been inside that building, and we've watched it move 4 times, just literally slide by itself and make a noise as well. And it's not just me. A few have been and just had a look there and just thought, what? Why is that moving? Why is it moving?
Well, we don't know.
We'll catch that.
We don't know, but hopefully you'll see all of that a little bit later on too. Now, we are at what I always thought was the Great Northeast Air Museum. It's now the Land, Sea and Air Museum. And you'll be able to see that. They've changed the things that you can see when you come here massively. You're going to be in for a real treat. For the time that they've been off, they've not stopped. They've been really changing this place. So you're in for a treat. We know that the last time we came here as a ghost hunt, it was on radio. We caught a lot of noises and a lot of things. And I've been hearing noises from outside, from
already
inside, just as I've been walking along. So please let that continue. Love and respect everything that's here. Keith, the owner, he's been bombarding us with incredible photographs. But there's a few things I want to show you first. Let's just tootle along in this direction if you can, unplug the camera, and off you come. Now, as you can see, there's aircraft of every kind. If you look, and we've still got a little bit of light, so I'm not sure you're going to really need too much of the of that. But you can see aeroplanes in all directions. Fantastic things. And yet it's across here that I want you to see. If you look in that area, it's probably the least interesting area of the entire place. And I want you to look at the building that's past it. Now, at the present moment, I think it's some kind of Italian restaurant. It used to be known as the Three Horseshoes. It's a well-known pub from this neck of the woods. And if we go across to the fence, we'll be able to see. I think it's serving outdoor drinks tonight, and I can't blame them. Any excuse at all. I think it's called Rustica. It used to be the Three Horseshoes, and it was very well known. But I want to take you back to 1820. It's a long time ago, and yet I know it's through a fence. We could have walked along, but I thought we'll stay on the property. As I say, this place here used to be the Three Horseshoes. There's even signs on the roundabout saying this way to the Three Horseshoes. It's not that anymore. But in 1820, it was the Coach and Horses. It was a coach house for any coaches travelling up from London. And there's 2 amazing stories from that very place that affects what happens right here. First of all, there was a guy who used to live in a little hut next to Penshire Monument, but he used to come here as the place to do his trade. He did a little bit of gambling, a little bit of all the naughty stuff. Most bars have got one of them. And this guy realized that he needed more money. Now, he never worked, but throughout his life, he started suddenly having his own carriage, suddenly having a lot of bling, suddenly buying people meals and buying drinks and buying some of the expensive ladies who worked there. Now, it seems that what he was doing was farming. Did you hear that? Did you hear a noise down there?
Straight away there. It's going to be
this is going to be great tonight. But what this guy did, he started farming young girls. People would come up to the coach house, they'd be travelling through, and suddenly their daughter would go missing, or the girl behind the bar would go missing. And it happened to numerous women and people that were travelling by. When they left the coach house, they would never reach their next destination. And they're saying, well, they stayed here, so there's obviously nothing wrong. They left here and they were okay. And what this man was doing, his name was Edward Bowker. He was essentially murdering the people and stealing all their goods. So when they left, they're there in their coach, travelling up. They've got all their belongings. They've got all their riches, all of their money, all their jewels. He'd kill them, put them in a tea chest, seal the tea chest with tar, and send them to Edinburgh to a man called Sandy Mackay. Now you think, well, who's Sandy Mackay? Sandy Mackay had two people in Glasgow that he was known for working with, and two other people in Edinburgh. The two people in Edinburgh you've probably heard of, Burke and Hare. And they were sending stuff up to Edinburgh and killing people in Edinburgh for doctors so that they could practice on and they could make an awful lot of money operating and opening up a dead body and having an audience in for it. Horrific and macabre, but true. Now, when Burke and Hare were caught, in one of their books, there's payments made by S. Mackay, payments made by their own two doctors that they used, and in one of them it says 31 times they've paid money to E. Bowker. Now you presume, no address, so he couldn't be arrested, but we presume E. Bowker paid 31 times, 31 lives, maybe, and the only reason he was caught was purely by accident. There was a woman from Newby Hall in Ripon. Her name was Emily Margaret Ross, and she was the niece of the Devonshire family who owned... I'm getting voices. Did you hear that? It might be real people. I think that's real people.
Could be real people.
Seamus. Right. So anyway, this Ross girl, she was staying there. She was just getting ready to leave, and suddenly she disappeared. And the family went ape looking for her. And beyond that, suddenly she appears on the road, running away from somebody, screaming, help, help, help. She runs in front of a carriage and four, and it kills her. And a lot of people believe she was running away from Bowker, who was trying to kill and molest her before putting her into one of the sealed boxes. Bowker was eventually hanged by the neck until he died. A young girl, believed to be a lady of the night, was murdered just over there at the back of the building. She's supposed to have some imprint in this building too. So everywhere you look, there's a story. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that this is a massacre site from the Romans, but I'll tell you about that when we get to it. I think the first thing we should do is just get in and get started, because there's so much. We have essentially 6 places to visit. We've got outside, which we're going to do when it gets a bit darker. We have hangar 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're going to bounce because the one that I feel has the most to offer. Oh, and other than that, we've got Keith, who's going to show us spirit tonight. It's going to be a good one this evening. We're going to see what he and his spirits can do. What he said to me earlier was, and I absolutely believe this, if you work or live in a place that has spirit, they get used to you, they get comfortable with you, and that's absolutely the case. They say they show themselves to Keith and they allow him to photograph them because they're at ease with his company, because he accepts them. But anyway, let's tootle. Oh, that's a good idea. Incidentally, if you share, always forget to share. If you share, you could win yourself one of our Night Owl badges. Should build a collection for the whole family. They're right there. Please just share this show. Send it out there as far as we can. We've got no idea what's going to happen. Whatever happens will happen. We're not going to help it along. It's going to be whatever you see. This is your journey. Let's start it off. In the first hangar, everywhere you go in here, there's something special and spectacular. I don't know how much light you're going to need, Tony, because a lot of the stuff in here with the light, and they've got open panels in the ceiling to let the existing light, and there you go. They're helping you out as we speak. Everywhere you go, there's a... And this is the place that we were in before when we heard a girl's voice. And as you can see, in this atmosphere, we have our base is going to be here. We've got our big torches if we should need them, and I think a little bit later on we will. In every case, there's a little bit of the history of the Northeast in all directions. And what a cool old radio. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for old radios. Look at that. Lovely looking thing. Absolutely old-fashioned fireplace with your clothes horse that you used to warm your clothes on. Please, everybody, look beyond what we're looking at, because look at everything in these windows. They're just fantastic. Just when you look at all the things in here, look at that. An airman never was so much owed by so many to so few. With classic Churchill expression. Look at this. A lifeboat transmitter to try and save people's lives when they're at sea. Incredible. And yet, even simple things like this display, where possibly your mother, if you're old enough, or your grandma certainly, would possibly have been cooking bread like that, corned beef, spam, and smoking Players cigarettes. I grew up looking at packets like that with my dad, and these were the kind of things that you would get rationed. Bits of meat, bits of bacon and ham, margarine, toys for the bairns down here. This is the high street. Absolutely amazing place. And this is what it must have looked like in a blackout. So come on, we're here.
Bun tea.
Brook Bond, yeah. Coleman's mustard. Tizer, the appetizer. Fabulous. We're here to see you. Please show yourselves. Let us be known. Let it be known what you are and where you are. This is a searchlight.
Yeah,
you know, for...
Yeah, in the sky.
Yeah. You thought our torches were strong. You see they've got tank tracks on the bottom so they can move across any kind of land. It's absolutely fascinating. Bus shelters. You've got to keep a lookout with us. There will be things here to be seen. We need your help to see them. Then you come in here and you're surrounded by aeroplanes. There's such a space. I might take this bike, but I would fall off because my sense of balance is horrific. Now in here, in this particular glass box, there's a spirit trap that they've left in one place. It's right there. I don't know whether you can see that, Tony, probably better than...
It's tiny, but you can see it.
There's it's a tiny little center of a compass, really. That's what I think it is.
Compass, yeah.
And the idea is that if there's anything about, it should move. And it has moved. Yeah. You were fairly certain that you saw it. I haven't seen it move yet. But Hopefully it will if you can see it. It's tiny, small.
You seen the story of the guy in here as well, the pictures and stuff.
I haven't. What is the story?
Apparently,
This guy, Edgar
yeah.
Grenville Shaw.
It's his wreckage that crashed.
Yeah, that's his wreckage.
Give
all in there.
He's apparently here.
And the thing that really annoyed him was he got a brand new car, brand new MG, on the week of his birthday, and he died before he even drove it. So when you mention that, apparently that compass moves.
You just mentioned it.
Yeah.
So that's.
The compass apparently moves.
Did you ever go into your MG? MG. Did you ever drive your MG? MG. We would have loved you to have driven it. We're so sorry. What a mess. Look at this. They had a Merlin engine recovered and restored from a Hawker Hurricane, which were one of the... Look at that. Look at what's left. This was a plane. Look at that. Was the strapper on his chest. You know that you would...
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And all of this, that's all that was left of a plane that saved Great Britain in World War II. Amazing. To that little girl who was here, could you speak to us, please? Make yourself known. We're here for you.
You get that cold, eerie feeling up your back.
We
again,
do.
Don't you?
Can you go that way?
Yeah. This is where she was here, wasn't it, down here?
Give me a shout if you see or feel anything. Helicopter. Look at that. That's the kind of thing that James Bond would have flown in. Little Nelly, I think he called it. Can't remember the film. Might have been Thunderball. Look at these amazing aeroplanes. We're being quiet so that you can tell us your story. This is the... Oh. Just getting a little bit of movement to my left. I'm also feeling slightly colder up here. But then again, I'm right beside a door that's got like a gap along the bottom. It's very mild out there. And it doesn't really help you when you come round a corner and you see him. Claude Allward Ridley, DSO MC, and his story for you to read about with this very plane right there. Some incredible stories if you're into your tales of daring do. Parts of bombs. Don't know whether you can make that out. They really have done an extraordinary version of this place. Just waiting for something, for someone. There are wreaths laid here. Did you hear that? It was behind you, Tony. Was that for our benefit? Is that for our benefit? Come on, it was behind us. Is that for our benefit? There are wreaths here paying tribute to the bravery of the people who flew in planes such as this, saved our country. See where the guns fired from. So come on. We want to hear from you. Go down and find Ken. See what he's up to. Come on. We're here for you. Prove yourselves. We believe in you. The people who live here believe in you. The people who work here believe in you too. So show yourselves. We want to hear from you. Come on. If you're the girl that was here, name's not Emily, is it? Emily? What, Ken? Sorry? There's what?
The weirdest thing. Right, just there was like a white, as if it was, do you know, like if you could like see underneath the whole hanger, like you could see light underneath. There was light there at the bottom of it, and just black shape above it. Just there, just literally
But
there.
there's nothing, you can't get underneath
Nah.
there, can you?
But it was like there was light at the bottom of it, definitely. You can feel the stuff here, man. It's freezing here. It's absolutely, isn't it?
It's cooler down here than it was up there.
it's
I was
absolutely
told when we first started that the middle part
And
up
across there,
here.
you see shadows as well.
See again?
You see shadows across there, black shadows across there.
In the
You know
corner.
when we heard the noise of the girl
Yeah.
down there? But that was the weirdest thing. It was just there, literally just there.
Because you see, now that there's no light, or I can't see any light past
No,
Tony.
there's no light. It was like light.
Bizarre.
Did
Yeah, I saw
you
that.
see that?
Tony's actually pointing in that direction. If anybody at home caught something, just along this alley
moved,
here,
didn't it?
down the bottom. We talk about this darkness that moves down here.
It's that corner, isn't it, as well?
It was. You got to remember that while this was an airfield, and it covered all of the area that Nissan's on at the present moment, this was a full airfield. And we know that at least 24 planes crash landed on this site, and some people didn't make it. The vast majority of the pilots that died here are buried in Castletown Cemetery in Sunderland, except for one man who was never found. Now, his name was George Hamilton. He was a Canadian flyer. His ghost is said to be at the Lamella hangar in Nissan. However, he's supposed to walk here too. And George was taking off, and for some reason, one of the engines failed, and he couldn't lift the plane's nose up, and he ended up crashing into one of the hangars here. And he exploded because he had a full load of bombs on board. So that being the case, they said, well, where did they bury him? Because he's not in the Castletown Cemetery. And when they spoke to the Canadian Air Force, they said, well, they obviously flew him home. They have no proof of that. Or maybe there just wasn't enough left of him to bury. And that's the truth, and that's probably why George is still here. There's a lot of people still here, wartime stories that I'll share with you over the course. But the people at Nissan are worth talking to about ghosts because they've seen George Hamilton, 6'1", dark eyes, little bit of a mustache, and they see him in a flying suit with a mask, with a face mask, carrying goggles. And they've seen him a couple of times. The dogs won't go into certain areas of Nissan. But there's a lot of spirit here. No question about it. You can absolutely feel it. I think we will do that, absolutely. Let's go and find a place to do it. I think this. Oh, of course, there's the airplane seats. That sounds like a plan. Let's do that then. Don't want to be beheaded. Right. Oh, narrow. I don't know what year this was from, but I wouldn't want to do this to Tenerife. That's for sure. Right, let's see what we can see. Bear with me, just sorting out our necromancer. See if we get anything. It's about time. It's been very quiet in here so far, and it's the last thing that we expect. Because so far, we've had an awful lot before we started. Come on then. Are you a pilot? Are you a pilot? Is your spirit here? Are you the girl that we saw before, that we heard? You made us hear you. Did you die on this ground? Were you a victim of Edward Bowker? Do you know his name? Yes. Swine. Did you hear that? Swine? Yes, swine. Did he hurt you? Did he put you in a box? Yes. That sounded like Bowker. We're all dead. Hell's bells, this is creepy. You're all dead because of Bowker. Yes. How did he take your life? How did he kill you? Disemboweled.
Disemboweled?
What? Disemboweled. Dead. Help.
Warning.
Yeah.
Warning.
Yeah. Absolutely. Come on, now's your opportunity. You could tell us.
Did you get that noise? Yeah. I heard that.
Hang on, we're just going to stop temporarily because there's a bang.
Definitely a bang over
Did you catch it?
I haven't run up a mic, so I'm not sure if it picked up.
It was like a tin bang, wasn't it?
Let's head in that direction. A tin bang. Hang on, I'm going to leave this on. It might guide us. Come on. We heard a noise. I'll stick close to you, Tony, so if there's any noise, people will hear it. It's this area especially.
This is where everything happens, apparently.
So it's going to happen for us. Oh, do you hear that? Bowker can't hurt you now. You're safe. Just heard a whisper. Kisses. Kisses. Yes, he's a swine. Yes, he's a swine. Are you there, Bowker? They hanged you. For those of you he hurt, that must give you pleasure. Come on. If you're here, I don't just want to hear you, I want to see you too. Come on. Don't frustrate us tonight. Don't frustrate us tonight. Come on. Oh, do you hear that? Come on. We're here for your noise, for whatever you have to say. For those of you who are victims of Bowker, are you trapped here? Are you trapped here? Just being called illegitimate again. That's happened before. Come on. Is there anyone who died in an aircraft here? No.
No.
What about the young lady who was murdered? Are you there? Ooh. Is the man who killed you here? How come when we were in here, we just popped in here before, just have a walk through, and we got all kinds of stuff. I'm not getting anything at the minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give us something. We've come all this way just for you. Come on. Come on. Tell me about Bowker. When I mentioned him before, you had issue with me. Tell me about Bowker. Tell me about Bowker. Just said Bowker. Did you hear me? Mm-hmm. She just said Bowker. Come on. Come on. If we are getting close to you, speak to us. If we're getting near to you, come on. Yeah, I know. I'm going to go back down the bottom end because I think we had more joy down there. But if anybody sees anything at home, and don't forget, please share this. We don't know what it is in comparison, isn't it? Put the necromancer away for now. It's getting colder. The more you come down here, it's colder. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I just touched my hand.
Really?
Just there. Just like a white.
Kenny's just been touched.
That is weird. I've never had that, like a touch in the hand.
Was it heavy?
No, really light.
From below or from above?
Just from on the top of there, just there.
It's noticeably colder here.
I've never had like touchy hand before. That was weird.
Do you notice that you're near the door there, and there's also a hanger door at the far side because you can see under it. Yeah. You can't see under this way. Yet it's warmer there than it is down here.
Yeah. It's really cold down this end.
And as you get further on, it gets colder and colder. Come on.
It's definitely down this end.
Come on. Oh, yeah. It's down here. It is down here. No question about it.
This end.
Don't need the big torch with the extra ambient light.
Just here.
Kenny seems to be drawn to this bottom corner somehow.
It just seems to be like this area. And this is where the voice was, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is where she was.
It's this corner. Why this corner though?
I don't know, but it's freezing down here.
It's freezing, absolutely freezing. Heard that?
Is that not the hanger? Could be the wind, because it's all metal, this thing.
Not in here. Oh, your eyes play tricks for you in here.
They do a bit.
You keep on seeing it as if you're seeing things, and
It's almost like there's people looking out of the windows of the plane at you. Spooky, isn't it?
Proper chills on me back here. Just here. It's like this area, all this area.
It's like bloodstains on the way.
Oh, don't do that.
This is just the first of 5, and they get heavier and heavier apparently. But this, I think, from a cold aspect, this is it. And this is where he said we would get something. Come on, speak to us. Noise at the back.
Noise, I heard that.
Did you hear it?
What was it like? Clicking?
Just like somebody messing with somebody down the bottom. Come on.
That was strange.
Absolutely.
Why touch my hand?
Come on. You weren't shy before. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now. This is frustrating because we know what we got before. What the hell? Just got a black shadow at the far side there.
On there.
What are they? Our seats. Airplane seats. Something's drawing me back down there, you know, Kenny.
I know. You can tell, can't you? Down the bottom.
That looks like a figure at the end. Tony, come and have a look at this. I'll turn mine off. Hopefully you'll be able to see it too. Oh, it's too much light. Can you knock it down just a notch? I'll point where I think it is. Can you see that? Or is it too dark? Try a little bit of light. You getting it?
That's just like a small figure though.
Yeah. Bottom left.
Yeah.
Where there's a blackness, and I'm pointing where
It's like a denseness, isn't it?
there's a dense black central thing.
Oh. What was that?
Did you hear that?
And again?
There. Do it again. Do it again.
That was over here though.
Do it again. It's exactly what we wanted. Oh, there's a knock just at the bottom to your right, Kenny.
Down here?
Yep.
Yeah. That's where I touched my hand just here.
But that was over yonder. Stop playing with us. We want to see you. Show us your moving shadows. We're not frightened of you. We want to see you. We want to be with you tonight. Don't just make a little noise. Come out and show us.
And again. Can you hear them noises?
You must have heard that.
Yeah. Don't know whose mic would have picked it up.
Oh, I see. I hope somebody's did.
It's down there, no? It's down there.
you want to take on the mic for now, Tony? Ken, can you hand it back to Tony just for the moment? Because I'd quite like him to be able to pick up what we've been hearing. And I think what we've got to do is, let's go to the next one and then we'll start planting people in different places. Yeah, let's do that. Let's visit our next. Last chance for now, although we will be placing somebody in here so you have them all to yourself. Or is that what you're waiting for? Noise behind. Did you hear that, Tony? Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Come on. Stop toying with us. Stop toying with us. Oh. This place is charged. It's stuff here. Just it seems to be shy, and it's not supposed to be shy here. Is it just there's so many of us? Is that what it is? I want to hear your voices. Talk to me. Heard your voice before. Like to hear it again. Come on. Come on. Right. Let's get out. Three noises. Where was it?
Seemed to be like
over here. I thought it was. Where did you think it was?
the first one was there.
Right at the back.
There was like, I think we've got three.
Like gunshot.
Well, I wouldn't have gone that far, but something. Come. We'll stay if you're going to show us something.
And we're back.
Now, apologies for you disappearing. We heard a rattle, three noises over that kind of way, and then all the energy got sucked away and the camera went off. And then while the camera was off, we got two more noises over yonder. Right, come on, let's. If you're going to make some more noise, I'd rather see you and hear you. Come on. Right, let's go back out into the next one. We're going to see everything and then we're going to start placing people. I think that's the plan for now. Watch your steps. We're getting the odd knock here and there. Is it through here? I think it is. I'm walking into walls here. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, some of that's creepy, the baby stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's get out. I tell you what, you might need, Ken. Let's get you kitted out. They've got big cameras and small torches, but I think we're better off with the smalls tonight, if I'm honest. So there's one for you. Hopefully it'll.
Definitely stuff in there.
You turn one of the sides.
Yeah.
Make sure it works before we. There we go. Right, let's out. We'll do one more, and then we'll start working. Oh, this looks amazing, doesn't it? Amazing.
There's a dog out there.
They say that there's ghost dogs here.
There.
The Jack Russell and a black Labrador.
Exactly what it sounds like. It's Jack Russell.
Well, I think we go down and use this one, and then we bounce across. Yeah, in fact, let's do this one, because this is the one that you got that fascination with.
100%. Again, I don't know how. There's the door. Look at how high that is. How big and solid it is.
It's knocking now. Just heard it knock.
How can that move?
Because there's no wind.
It's impossible for that to move. It's slid before. Watch it slide 4 times.
And here we are. I hope we catch anything.
There!
Whoa!
Straight away! It moves! It's not me just saying it.
Oh, look, look, look!
It's moving. How can that whole door move?
Can you hear it? Come on! Show yourself!
How can that do that?
Don't be shy. Come on!
It's a massive metal door. Not even one person can move that. How is it?
That was a huge noise.
I watched the phone end up 5 times now.
If you hear a peep, don't worry, it's just a burglar alarm for in here. They've switched it off so that people can move around in it.
Oh, it's nice in here.
Come on then. Wasn't our white lemonade? Wasn't white pop? As soon as I got to the door, it was like as soon as I came in. Thing's annoying. Come on. Blessings to all. We just want you to show yourself and to prove to everybody the glory of your being. I know that we go on. Show others that we do. Come on. Absolutely not. Heard a little thump. That big noise was amazing. That's the second thump from over there. Don't just want noise though. I'd love you to talk to us, if there's anyone here who can. Oh, here's the thing. We had somebody when we were doing our chat with the supporters, giving them our extra little bits, they suggested that we try just the knock. And that's fair enough, so I'm going to try that. And the thought of this, it's not ever worked for me, but I'm prepared to...
Again.
Could it be from somebody inside?
There.
Are you getting this?
Look. It's moving. That's moving. That moves. That whole massive metal door there moved.
Can you get close up along the side? Because you can see there is a gap there. Can you see the gap? Is that possible with the camera, Tony?
No, not much.
But that would take an elephant to shift it.
Why do they keep moving that door though?
Well, the thought about the knocking, I'm going to knock. And I want whatever's there to give me 2 knocks back, please. Okay? I'm set. I'm on the flatbed back of this truck. I'm just over here. And I'm going to knock. Okay?
There you go. That door again.
That's ridiculous. That's not happening second time round. Whoa! I'm going to go in the hut, which is right next to where all the noise is being made. I'm stepping inside here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these chairs in with me and just sitting there, because this is directly beneath where the noise is being made. Right along here. That's the chair going down. And yes. God, it's cold. And here I am. And while we're in here, I think what we have to do is... Say again? No, I'm just sitting in the room, very quiet. Whoa! Can you hear that behind you? It doesn't sound like it's behind me because it's insulated in here. It's not behind me, Kenny. I can't hear it behind me. I heard it outside. What I'm going to try is our portal. This is what takes words that's in the ether and just shouts them out. See if it does any good. Is there anything out there? Getting nothing. If there's major noise outside, I've got to stop that because there's more noise outside. Things are happening. It's not here, Kenny. I'm underneath it. It might not be what you think it is, Ken. I mean, if you come in here, Tony, come in here. I was just sitting in there. There was nothing. And it's directly beneath where we think the noise is coming from. If you come down in here, were you hearing the noise, Tony?
I heard the big doors.
The big
definitely,
doors,
without
definitely.
a doubt.
It's them big doors. They're definitely moving.
A few people talking about the spy in here. I don't know if you know when we were told the spy.
No, absolutely. The spy story.
A few people are saying it on the feed, so they know the tale.
They know the tale already.
The helicopter door wasn't open before, was it?
Could be the spy.
It would be great if it was. Is that you, Augustine Pucel? Augustine Pucel. This guy flew in and out of this aerodrome, and he was very comfortable here, and everybody liked him. He was in the Air Corps. He was originally from the Czech Republic, but he fought for the Poles and for the English as an airman. However, he crashed on purpose in Europe so that he could team up with the Gestapo, and the people who saved his life there, the French resistance, he sold out to the Germans, and the Germans wiped them out and all their families. Did you hear that?
It was Kenny, yeah. I think it was Kenny on the door.
Was that you, Ken? That was Kenny. So anyway, this Pucel fella, they then started putting him in concentration camps to infiltrate, people trying to escape and to find out what secrets they had and if anybody had any knowledge or any jewelry or whatever. And he ended up getting a load of people in concentration camps killed. So at the end of the war, he went back to Prague, Czechoslovakia it was then, and they hanged him for being a traitor, the traitor that he was. There's a photograph of him in this hangar. Is that you, Pusil? You traitor, you wretch. What do we have to do to be able to see you here? Getting stuff. Don't know whether you're getting it. Are you seeing shapes moving? There's a blackness down here. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, God,
Then Tony puts his light on it. There was a darkness that moved from one side, and it was quite high.
Was that helicopter door open before? Because I just shut it. It was open.
It was open.
Yeah. I don't know how it was open.
It's open a little bit.
Yeah, but it was open like
Oh, hell spells, yeah.
It was open to there. I'm sure it wasn't when we come in. I don't see why it was.
Well, let's close it as best we can, and then we'll know that it's closing. That's as much as you can.
Yeah.
It's a finger length. No, just leave it. It's good. I think we're going to have to do some solo stuff, but we've got a lot of other stories to tell. The last one is the Romans, and that's fascinating.
Oh, that was a big bump.
That wasn't a door. That was lower down. That's back in here. It's in here. Definitely in here. Definitely. I think I'll set a trap in here. Right. They've got some empty cups here, Tony. They've got some empty cups here. And it's got the real spirit of coffee, which is quite appropriate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set some traps. I'm going to put one on there. Okay. One on there. And one on there. Okay. That's where they are. Next time we come in, we'll be able to see. I haven't seen much, mind. That darkness is probably the most vivid thing that I've seen so far.
I can't get over them.
It's more than that, Ken, because honestly, I was inside there, sitting, leaning up against the wall that's right beside them. Right. And it doesn't sound like it's up and behind you. It sounds like it's down. It sounds like it's down, like down here. I have no idea. But it's down there. It's where I think it's down there, not up.
Could be somebody spirit trying to move the doors, open them?
Well, I suppose. I mean, because presumably if they had a plane in here trying to get it out, they'd have to move those doors right back. Yeah, because there's the wheels. There's wheels for the doors. Yeah. If you see down on the floor. Right. The day is burning. Let's get another place in before, because we know that the last one is a kicker, and the last two shit. Jeepers. Could have lived without that. That's took a year off my life, and it's just a beep. Now, don't forget, please keep sharing. You don't know what we're going to get. If anything, we've had noises. I've had a little bit of blackness moving. Kenny felt his hand being touched. Now, can you move this? Let's see. Can you move? I don't know what you'd have to.
I don't know how you could move in. It's too big.
But the thing is, there's no wind, and I'm a bit more than the wind. You know the noise on that thing that we're trying to replicate?
See what I mean? It's so solid, the oil. We're seeing them moving. We're watching them moving. Did you just get it home to them?
Oh,
Did you see
The
them
head
moving?
bang.
that was a mistake.
You can't really pick it up that much. Maybe they did.
These two have stories. One disgusting, bloody, and nasty. This one, it's out of the whole place. That's for me. That one and that one. This is the area where a lot of people were killed. Men, women, and children. Tell you more about that later. However, across here, brand new for the museum. Never had it before. People have seen ghost dogs in here and a ghost Jack Russell, of all things. And this door, which when we left it, was like that.
It was.
And never know, might do that once we're in it. This is, I know. No, come on, let's see what we can see.
Actually, tonight I feel like I really want to talk to them.
Well, let's hope they want to talk to you.
It's
No,
not scary, though, is it?
no, but I would wait till you've been in the other two.
Not scared, but just as if there's definitely something there who wants to communicate.
We got that before, and yet as soon as we started, it's taken them a while just to kick off. We've got trains here. We got buses, trams, city centre. How many of us have been taken home, especially late nights? You know, the late night Saturday bus that was the last one. Pleasure Beach, Blackpool. When you look on board as well, it does look spooky, doesn't it? Don't know about you. Look. Put your torch down.
Right.
Oh, Tony's torch has just killed it for us. Sorry, mate. Just at the bottom. Look.
At the bottom there.
You see two figures?
Yeah.
Two figures. Don't know whether you can make it out. Look at the bottom. A little bit of a noise.
Got a voice there.
I did hear something.
Yeah.
Say again. Can you hear the voices?
Yeah.
Can you hear the voices,
The
Tony?
voices there,
Are
definitely.
you getting voices?
I can hear a dog.
I can hear a dog. They're chatting. Them two are chatting.
Can you see them?
Be quiet, just a minute.
There's voices. I heard the dog.
That is strange. I've seen the two people, but we heard the dog, we didn't see it.
I've just seen some black thing on the upstairs of that bus. Just up there, Tony.
Okay.
It was like, you know, if somebody got up,
Eye.
but it looked like somebody was getting up to get off. You know, when you get up and you go around, you go around to go down. Let's see if he's on there.
This is quite cool. This.
Come on, it's a heritage tour. Yeah, the stairs out exactly where I thought they'd be. Ah, hey. Ever so, come on. Oh, no, I'm going.
You're up there.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, man. Knock to the right, yeah, the back. Knock over yonder. Back left, Kenny. Can you get through? No.
Yeah. No. Probably true. Yeah. Yes.
Go back left.
Left.
Left. Into that corner over there. That's where the noise came from. Don't know whether there's anything there. Freezing up here. Freezing. Oh, jeepers. I just turned around and there's like a yellow spotlight facing outwards, but it's just close enough to be like somebody wearing a hoodie. Come on, speak to us. We heard your voices before. Come on. I've climbed up some ladders here. Come on. Oh. Let's have a look. You got to be careful though, because you're kicking.
I know.
You're kicking rocks about as well. I heard you moving on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is probably why you shouldn't come past the gate, because it gets a bit crunchy. Make sure when you come out, Tony, you shut the gate. Leave things as we found them. I think that was just me with the gate.
Lightness down there.
Where?
At the bottom. So I think that's the pole.
Maybe. Let's have a look. No, I think it's clear. Can't get around there.
This is the most on edge I've been mind on any.
It's spooky, isn't it?
So far, because you're tingling all the time, but you can feel.
You know there's something kicking, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, we heard you talking before. Do you want to talk to us? Kenny said he...
You're asking for a bit of necromancer in here.
I think so.
Good idea.
Absolutely. Right. Where's...
Just still at you there.
No, it's probably me just kicking. I'm kicking. There's stuff kicking about. Right. Let's give it some. We got voices before. Now, if that was you, we want this to open a door so that you can talk to us. Very simply. Getting close to the end of this half, and we want to get something substantial. Yeah, and that's where you come in. Right next to the late arrow badge. Come on. Voices. Yeah. Just before I started, voices at this top end, Tony. Talk to us again. Or do you need help? I need your name. Tell me your name. Is Emily there? Is Emily with us? I know a lot of people have said that they wonder why ghosts are always from the past. They're not. A ghost could be someone that passed over 10 minutes ago. And quite often people who lose relatives do get the chance to see something, to hear something, to feel something very, very quickly after that spirit passes. And if you talk to nurses in hospital, they will tell you that they know when the spirit's still in the room, when it's left the body, but it's still in the room. A lot of people seem to think, why is it always? Well, just purely from a percentage, there's more people died long ago than died 10 minutes ago. And it is as simple as that. Okay. Last chance. Did you die here? Did you die on this airfield?
What's his spy?
Spy? Isn't that weird? It's actually technically the other hangar, but yeah. I'll have it. Is your name Augustine? Is Augustine there?
Aye.
Pusil. You scummer. You traitor. Why did you betray all of your own people? Speak to me. It's our last chance here. Woman in extreme circumstances there. Is that you, Emily? Or were you one of the women that Bowker hurt? Did Bowker kill you? Talk to us. Talk to us. Don't say no. Talk to us. Talk to us. If there's anyone here, make yourself known. Do you know what I think we'll do? Just before, because we've got the two most gruesome and bloody places to go to in the second half. The places, one of them, when I first went in earlier tonight just to check it out, I did feel intimidated by, because it just felt everywhere was light. This is light. Yeah. This even accommodating, but those two places are heavyweight. So what I think we'll do is I'm going to go and find Keith, who runs this place, and we're going to find him and get him to do one of his ways of contacting spirit. He knows the spirits here better than anybody. So let's go and find him. You'll not need the torches once you get up there. And that's the last thing we'll do in this half, because I think we've gone over a little bit anyway. Just we're so desperate to get stuff. So let's go and see some of his pictures. Just how can you not be impressed by this? Because you never get close to aircraft. So let's see if we can find him. He should be up here somewhere. This is his private enclave, the Northeast Land Sea and Air Museum. Gentlemen, oh, there you go. In you come. Hi, Keith. We've had some noise, we've had some voices. Kenny feels that he's been touched on his hand. But what we've had's been subtle so far. What I would love is to see some of your photographs, and also this thing with the compass. Let's because this is something that is amazing. So come everybody and join us. we're going to be bringing it close to part 1 in a second, but come over here. And I know staring at that doesn't help us, but we have a compass here. Can you just let the camera get in, Keith? I'm going to snuggle in beside you. There you go. So, here's the compass. North, south, east, and west. There you go. It's getting its position.
Right. We want it on north, don't we?
Yeah. You want it on north, so we'll get north on north, which not letting you.
Yeah, that gets itself settled.
Right. So do you know which direction north is? Because that.
Yeah, it's this way.
It's this way.
It's not going to let us. Somebody's messing.
Something's messing with it.
Yeah.
Right, we'll just.
Because the north's got to be that way. There you go. I would guess that's pretty much north.
Right. So we want it on that line there.
It'll
not go on the line. No, it doesn't want to. All right. Right. We'll just try it the way it is then.
So what do you have to do then, Keith?
Right. You just ask them if there's any spirits with us now. Can you show us a sign for yes? Move this compass for a sign for yes. It needs to be pointing north. Oh, there you go. It's moved.
It's moving. Oh, it's moving.
Right. Now give us a sign for no.
So if you move up for yes, you move down for no. And it's moving down.
Right. So then we ask whatever questions you want. Like,
a girl spoke to me earlier. Did you die here? Yes or no? Yes. It's moved north. It's moved this way, and it's that way for no.
Yeah.
Right. Were you in an aeroplane? Yes or no? No.
Yeah.
Did someone take your life here? Yes or no? No. Did you die of illness on this land? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, it did.
She died of the Black Death.
Plague. It came right across here. Black Death. Look at that.
Yes.
It zipped right up when you said Black Death.
Yeah.
Did your family die too, or was it just you? Yes or no? Just her. Or maybe she died before her family, so didn't know. Do you like to stay here, or no? Are you trapped here? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, it's trapped. Are you alone, or are there more here? She says she's alone. Or is she answering there's more here?
There's more here.
Yeah, there's more here.
You're lost.
Yeah, it's the last question. More than 10? Are there more than 10 here? Oh, yes. Yeah. Is Edward Bowker here? The man who killed? No.
No.
Is Augustine Pusil here? The spy?
It's a yes.
Yes.
This is crazy. Will you show yourself to us tonight? Will we be able to see you? Or is she shy?
No.
Will we see any of the others? Yeah, that's good news. This is amazing. Now, just before we go into the half, you've got some blow-ups of some of the photographs that you've seen. Please take us through a few of these, and hopefully you'll be able to see them at home. That's amazing. That is an amazing bit of kit. Please do. You can knock that off, Tony, if you will, and we're going to put on big light. Right, here we go.
That's your Roman soldier.
Now, I know it's a stretch, but Roman soldier, Roman helmet, I think if you put it at that angle, surely you can make out that. Can you see it on camera or not?
I was assuming it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the helmet? It's a Roman helmet. In an orb. And what's this one?
And that's a chap with a beard.
Oh, it is. There's somebody with a beard on a train. Or is that a bus?
It's a helicopter.
Oh, it's a helicopter. Oh, my goodness. Is it the helicopter
That's the green one that's
in there? I see it. Right. That's amazing. What else? Oh, come on. We're up for this.
Angel.
An angel. You see that?
There's two there, actually. There's one here as well.
And this, I see this here.
Yeah. Head and that.
Fascinating, I know. Blame it. They just go on and on forever.
She's got a hand on the back of her coat. Look.
You see the hand on the back of her coat? Just here. Tremendous. Oh, this is, I hope this shows on camera. Can you see the whole face?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
He's actually smoking a cigar.
He's smoking a cigar. Can you make out the face?
Definitely.
Eyes, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just coming right up to the camera as if to say, I don't care, you can see me.
That's one of the pop wagons. See the
There's a face in the pop wagon.
must have been one of the pop lads.
So you see, a lot of people would see that without necessarily seeing spirit. You've got to look so carefully. Look at that. That's what I wanted to see tonight. You see the figures? It's in the distance and he's coming closer. Amazing. So many. You've been so lucky to catch so much here.
That's in the trams. That's a big black tram you've been to.
Right.
See that face, eyes.
There's a face just here on the tram. You catching it?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure that everybody... Oh, this is... Oh, my goodness.
Helicopter. There's two people there. One there, one there.
One there. Two people in the helicopter. You see the face and the body? Face and the body?
Yeah.
We're getting them. Hope everybody at home's picking all of these things up.
That's the helicopter you were on about.
Absolutely.
That's our friend Hardman beneath.
My goodness. Pusil. There's Pusil. Just here. Can you make him out?
Mm-hmm. Little girl in the tram shed.
Little girl in a tram shed. Can you make her out? It's down here.
Mm-hmm.
Blimey. And you see, my view on this has always been discount 95%, but the 5% you can't possibly work out. What am I looking at here?
Right. So how would you explain why you can see right through all the aircraft?
Yeah, that's a good point. How come you can see through the aircraft? See the plane? There's the wings. How can you see through the aircraft?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And let's have one grand finale.
That's one of the buses.
And there's somebody on it.
There's somebody waiting to get off.
No, there's somebody waiting to get off.
You said that there was someone upstairs, didn't you?
I said on one of the buses that it looked like somebody was just moving out the way.
And that's in the street saying there's two kids.
I see it. Now, we've been in, the shops, the old-fashioned shops. That's a false door, actually, isn't it, Keith? And yet, inside the door, there's the heads of two young children peeping out. Can you see them? And the girl there has no idea that they're there. Can you make it out? Tremendous. And hang on. And finally, Keith, thank you. Oh, good gracious. I think that's clear enough.
That is my twin brother.
That's your twin brother. How were you so sure it was him?
That's him. He stands like me.
He stands like you.
That's him.
Which, in fairness, is not model-esque.
Yeah.
No.
So he come to see you, yeah.
I've always got him with us.
Oh, that's sweet.
And that's the only picture I've got of him.
That's just so sweet. Well, we're going to take our break there. We're going to recharge the batteries, switch everything off. If you'd like to join us, Tony, how do they do it?
Well, if you're on Facebook, just hit the Become a Supporter, just on the top. Or on YouTube, hit join, and the video will be there in a couple of hours. On Facebook, it'll be there in about 5 minutes, live.
So that's what you have to do. But again, we've got the gentlemen here who have shown us incredible things and given us great stories. However, our next step is A, to separate, and B, step into the darkness where blood was spilled in the most horrific way. We're back after this. Please join us.